Hello, Mixed Nutcases and Dog Days of Podcasting listeners. This is Nuke Joss, and this is Dinner and a Movie. Or Dinner and a Play? Dinner and a Play in a movie theater. Yesterday, I went to see Hadestown with a couple of friends, and Hadestown is a Broadway show that they did a live production filming of and released in theaters, much like Hamilton. But thanks to its popularity, apparently it's made even more money than Hamilton did when it came to theaters. And they have extended how long it's going to be in theaters. I think it was just supposed to be for 4 nights only. And then it's been going for 2 weeks now. I don't know how much longer it's going to go. I do know in my area, they've got showing tomorrow and on Thursday. But it's going. And it's good. It's really well done. I am of the mind that I would much prefer a live production recording over a Broadway show turned into a movie. There's not a lot of great track record for those. They don't end up being as good. I think Chicago's really like one of the few that did it right in the modern era. Sound of Music, of course, is known for being such a success, but in the modern era, I think that Chicago is probably one of the better ones. But if we can get more of these actual, live productions recorded and put in theaters, oh, what a great treat. And how great will it be to expose people to theater, which is really just amazing. This one's kind of neat because it has the principal actors from the original Broadway production. It was filmed in the West End Theater, so it's kind of got a mix of West End actors and Broadway actors, but it all came very well and it worked really well, especially because Patrick Page, who plays Hades, actually broke his foot or his ankle right before they did the recording, and then they had to change the choreography and everything, and he had this boot that turned into a prop piece. It ended up working out really well, I think. But yeah, so it's got, Reeve Carney and Andre DeShields and Amber Gray and Eva Noblezada. Is that how you say that? I'm not sure. And Patrick Page from the original cast. And then, like I said, the West End actors for the ensemble, the Fates, the Muses, and the musicians and everything else. But basically what we're looking at is it is a folk style retelling of the Greek myth of Orpheus and Euripides. Euripides? I always mispronounce that. But really, sorry, not Euripides. I always do that. See, Euripides? I can't pronounce it. I'm terrible at that. Anyway, it won like 8 Tony Awards, including Best Musical. It was just really well done. And I just had so much fun. I will say the one downside to watching a play on the big screen is there's no intermission like there is at a play. And so you kind of got to be careful of how much you're drinking. But we went to one of the really nice theaters that has the really comfy recliners. So it was just perfect. That is my favorite way to see movies these days. Very picky about my theaters. I mean, I love a big screen, but if they're going to be uncomfortable seats and sticky floors, I'd rather watch it at home on my big screen, which may not be as big as a movie theater, but my sound system's pretty good. My screen's pretty good. I know Crazy Joe disagrees with me, but if I'm not comfortable, I don't care how good the visuals are. It's not going to be as fun for me. Whereas these theaters that have the comfortable chairs, they're clean, I'm always gonna choose that. Now, I live close to Ottawa, and I am very picky about my theaters, and there are some that I will never go back to again because they just don't keep them clean, and some that I will, and it has nothing to do with the franchise, like whether it's a Cineplex or a Landmark, has nothing to do with it. It just has to do with the location. I will say at my Landmark cinema, which is where I saw this, you don't go up and order your snacks anymore. you have to order it through a screen, and then they call your number. And Landmark was having a couple of glitches this weekend with their Landmark extras, and it was really annoying, but it was so weird. I was like, you can't just order things from a person, and we're removing the interaction with people more and more these days. And I'm not sure that's really going to make people want to go to the theaters anymore. I don't know. Is talking to a kid and asking them what you should order really going to be my selling experience? I don't know. It was weird. It was strange to me. Like, I'm used to having, okay, if you're going to offer that, like when you go to McDonald's, they have the screen or you can go up and order. But to just, oh, no, everybody's going to use the screen now. It was weird. It just felt weird. Anyway, so I really enjoyed the movie, or the play. I know I was not going to be able to get down to Broadway to see it. It is one that I've heard the music from time to time, but I didn't really connect. Even though I know the myth, when you hear a song here and there, it doesn't really connect. But actually seeing the performance was really impactful, and being able to see the original cast and actors of that caliber was it was a treat. It was definitely a treat. I feel like I should be pairing it with pomegranates because of, Hades and Persephone and everything, because that is also part of it. But I am actually going to pair it with some movie theater popcorn with candy, little mini M&Ms thrown in. It's the first time I ever did that, because I had the Landmark Extras card. I got free mini M&Ms, and I threw them in the popcorn bucket, and I was like, oh, we're going to see what this is like, adding candy to the popcorn. I've never done that before. They fell all the way to the bottom. So I didn't get them until I got to the very end. I like the fact that they're all melty when you eat them, but I'm not sure I would do that again. But movie theater popcorn, yay. Real butter on it, yay. And the choose your flavor soda machines, yay. I am all there. And I didn't get it this time, but I did see that they had the peace tea as one of the options. And I was like, ooh, I really do like the peace teas. But I went for the Diet Coke with lime. I am absolutely digging the other entries of Dog Days of Podcasting. Basement Goblin was so much fun. Nix, I love that you've got this fourth wall button. I think that is such a cool thing. I've been really digging the encaffeinated ones. Outdoorsy things. It really makes me feel like I'm in this space with you and just hanging out, and so I really like that. There's a lot going on. Being on the treadmill with Jay is interesting. I don't know that I have a good name for that, but I do think that it's a fun concept and a really good idea. I'm enjoying the all the comedy forecast. I really did enjoy the Odyssey in like 8 minutes. It was great. That cracked me up. I'm gonna miss somebody. I know I am. I'm still getting about 1 point per episode with Paul Mackey's, although one of them I was like, I don't even know what you're talking about, and when he gave me the answer, I still didn't know what he was talking about. So I never heard of that candy bar. I never heard of that candy bar company. Yeah. But then again, I wasn't allowed to eat candy growing up. And we got Amy Bowen chiming in. All the old voices are coming back, and it's making me smile. I do love hearing everyone. I'm hoping to hear Craig, and I'm hoping to hear Chuck if they are going to do it this year. If you have not gone to the dogdaysofpodcasting.com website, go check it out. There's a whole new design. It is really well done. It is looking great. And for those of you that are creating, there's even a random topic generator that Craig built. So check that out. It's a lot of fun. All right, everyone. Talk to you tomorrow. Bye.
Nutty Bites is produced by Nimlas Studios under a Creative Commons Attribution No Commercial Non-Derivatives 3.0 International License. That means you can't change it without my permission. You can share it and send it to your friends. Just link back to me, my site, and everything. We live at nimlas.org, which has links to everything social media, including facebook.com/group/nuttybites and patreon.com/nukejoss, or call 347-NUTTY42.